immigrants, and they called it white man's footprint. Again, the identifying characteristic that distinguishes this from all other plants are the parallel veins and the oval leaf, plus the spike of a seed head. What the Indians would do if they got bitten by a mosquito is they would chew on the leaf and rub it on the mosquito bite. If you do that right away, the mosquito bite won't get swollen or itch. I just happened to purchase this thing, which is supposed to sound like a male mosquito. Female mosquitoes that are pregnant will do anything to avoid male mosquitoes. They've already had their fun. And it's the pregnant females that bite human beings. They need your blood so that their eggs can mature. So I will see if this works. I normally wouldn't wear shorts on a cool day, but Central Park, which doesn't have that many mosquitoes, will at least give me a chance to test this thing without being eaten alive.
Where does one get them?
Well, first I want to make sure it works.
Nobody buys.
I'm not going to have anyone buy. I have suspicions. Several naturalists have told me that they've used it in something like this and it doesn't work. So if it does work, we'll see if I get bitten at the end of the tour. And tomorrow, there's more mosquitoes in tomorrow's park. You could call me on Sunday, and I'll give you the address. Okay. So if you get bitten by a mosquito, make friends with an Indian fast. No, you can chew on this yourself. Other thing is this is related to psyllium. How many of you are familiar with, you can throw them into a salad, you can even roast them or fry them with a little curry powder, and they're good raw too. Who would like to try them? They taste a little bit like string beans, but you can make your own opinions. It's a plant that grows in open, sunny habitats. It's called common plantain. Any comments on the flavor? Help yourselves. You can take a whole bunch of stalks, peel them on the way home in the subway, and you come into the train and you start peeling these weeds, and you'll be sure to get a seat for yourself. Common plantain. Very good medicinal plant for skin irritations. I think they also make a tea out of this for fevers. And it's a nice vegetable that happens to be a very good source of fiber.
That's mainly the seed.
Yeah. Oh, the leaves, I'm sorry. The leaves you can eat when they first come up in the spring and they're tiny. Now the leaves are a little tough. And I presume if you're somewhere in the wild and you're in a survival situation, you can use these as cordage to tie sticks together to make a shelter or things like that. It's pretty strong. Probably, but it's all over outside. It's one of the most common plants we'll be seeing it all day. You like the seeds? By the way, the kids here are the official mushroom finders because they're closer to the ground. So they should be especially on the lookout for mushrooms.
Glad they came along.
Yeah.
You could miss a few without it.
Oh, definitely. When it is crisp and crunchy, like a dried herb that you'd get in a package, you put it in a jar and it lasts forever. It works just as well dried as it works fresh.
How come the leaves over there are so much?
Here it has flowers on it. It's going to flower. It's very, very tiny green flowers, which means it is a wind-pollinated plant. Plants that are pollinated by insects will have much more conspicuous, showy flowers. Smell it. It has the same smell. And notice, the leaves are pretty much the same. They're just a little smaller, long and toothed.
Are the flowers reside here?
So this is not the plant.
Oh.
This is it down here.
Dear.
Yeah, this.
That's all okay.
Yeah, this is okay. All right, there's a plant with big, showy white flowers, which is pokeweed. It's not the same plant. Don't eat the pokeweed.
This is the pokeweed right
This
here.
is the pokeweed, right? It's the pokeweed. Yeah, yeah.
Now, where are the flowers?
These are only good for your in-laws.
Where are the flowers?
Here, all over.
Oh, yeah.
All over. Anyone who wants to see the flowers close up, take a good look at this. This is a good one to look at with a magnifying glass. If any of the kids have magnifying glasses at home, but this shouldn't be mixed with the vegetables you're going to be eating because it's not to be eaten as a vegetable. It should be in a separate. What? This is a puffball. I don't know quite what species of puffball it is. Maybe the purple-spored puffball, which I've never seen this early before. Puffballs are mushrooms that are sort of ball-shaped. With a nice smell to them. You like the smell? And there are poisonous mushrooms that look like them. However, when you cut a puffball open, it is white and soft inside, like cream cheese. If you're a vegetarian, it's white and soft inside like tofu. And you see a little stem in the middle and a cap that just hasn't opened up yet. So it looks like there's an umbrella inside. Let's cut this open and see what we get. It is white inside and it's nice and soft. We will pass this around. Everyone can smell it. We usually divide mushrooms, but if we divided this 20 ways, there wouldn't be anything left. So Neil is going to get the... Okay, whoever makes friends with Neil quick will get that. We'll get the puffball. Is there anyone who would really like to cook this? It's delicious. It's a choice mushroom. Oh, who
I'd like to pass it on to someone else.
No, if you want to try, go ahead. You'll try? Okay. Yeah, you slice it, then also you peel the... No, you can't eat it raw. Oh, it looks like the skin is thin enough. Well, I think you can peel the skin. The skin can be a little bit tough. You don't eat any mushrooms raw. Even commercial mushrooms have hydrazines in them, which are very good because there's a spacecraft that's heading toward Venus now, and it's using hydrazines as rocket fuel. They are not, however, good for human beings to eat. Hydrazines are cancer-causing chemicals. They are, since they're used for rocket fuel, they're volatile. They dissipate really readily, so you can cook the mushroom and the hydrazines are gone. That includes commercial mushrooms. Now, puffballs are known to be non-poisonous raw. They won't get you immediately sick, although they do have these hydrazines in them. There are some wild mushrooms that are known to be to get you sick if you eat them raw, and not get you sick if you cook them. And then there are other mushrooms that are of unknown edibility raw, but edible cooked. Now, that should go in a paper bag. Mushrooms need to breathe. If you don't have a paper, you do. Okay. Mushrooms spoil very quickly in plastic, especially in the warm weather, and they should be cooked tonight. As the puffball gets older, it becomes yellow inside. And then if you cook it, not only will it be slimy and horrible tasting, but if you manage to swallow it anyway, you'll probably throw up. Finally, the puffball will be filled with black spores that come out in a puff of smoke when you step on them or when raindrops hit it, and it's the spores that can land somewhere else and grow a new mushroom. Puffballs are decomposer mushrooms. The puffball is living on dead organic material in the ground and breaking it down and returning it to more fertile material that the other plants and trees can use. There are some mushrooms that act in a different way in the environment that will bring nutrients, water, and minerals to the tree roots, and in return, the tree roots will give food to the mushrooms. So both plants are helping each other. And then there are some mushrooms that will actually attack living things and will attack trees and start decomposing the trees while they're living and kill them. Those are parasites. And, there are higher and lower fungi. The higher fungi are the ones that have big mushrooms that you can see. The lower fungi are those that only exist on a microscopic level. So you saw an example of a higher fungus. An example of a lower fungus would be, of course, athlete's foot that grows between your toes. It's a lower fungus. And watch carefully that there are, you're not going to miss any other mushrooms. One of the best ways of finding mushrooms. No, you don't want two people looking at the same place. 3 people can look here for a mushroom, and then 3 one on the other side. That happens sometimes. Everyone looks at one spot. or you have to look exactly where they grow and come to the same spot in April, late March or April, and see what they.
Japanese
Has a nice smell. It's a bush. It's not a tree. It's a bush. It has alternate leaves. The leaves are never in pairs. So if there's one leaf here, there's never a leaf on the other side. There's a leaf here, but there's not a leaf on the other side. There's no teeth. The edge is smooth, and it has a really nice smell. What you do is you take a handful of leaves like this, pour a cup of boiling water over it, not while it's in your hand, and let it sit covered away from the heat about 20 minutes, and you drink the tea. It is a very, very delicious tea. In the fall, when these berries are ripe, and I'm only going to pick one berry to pass around for people to smell because we are having tours here in the fall. These berries are ripe. Use them as a seasoning like allspice, and they are delicious. Has anyone used these as a seasoning before? They are a wonderful, wonderful seasoning. They're a little similar to allspice, but they have their own flavor. Also, if you make a strong cup of this tea, it'll make you sweat. When is it good to sweat? When you have a fever. Yeah, it helps you. Raising the temperature of the body when you have a fever kills a lot of the germs. The viruses can't function at a high temperature. Also, sweating expels a lot of the toxins and the actual microorganisms out of the body. So it's really good to sweat when you have a fever. But just as a beverage, who likes herb teas here? Okay, tell me what this smells like.
Yeah, it smells good.
It's going to be a delicious, delicious herb tea.
Smell, David.
So, yeah, help yourself. These bushes are big enough that pulling off the leaves from the bottom branches isn't going to harm the bush. Berries, we want those in the fall. And you might be on the trip in the fall when all the berries are gone because we cooked them unripe. Here, if anyone isn't getting any, there's some here too.
What are these called?
And again, this should not be eaten as a vegetable. It's used as a tea, so put it in a separate bag from your vegetables. No, the leaves fall off in the fall, and the berries turn red. When the berries are red, that's when we eat them.
You can dry it like you do other?
I find it better raw than dried. Yeah, I don't grow unless they pass through the intestine of a bird and have been. It's a fairly pungent kind of a season.
So you eat the berries with the
No, we use them as a seasoning. No, you put in like one in a fruit dish. What else we've got here? More spice berries. The cornelian cherries. Okay, these are cornelian cherries. Don't pick any yet. I want to describe them to you. The leaves of this plant, about the arrangement of the leaves.
They're
opposite. There's always two together. This is a member of the dogwood family, even though it's called cornelian cherry. And I identified this years and years ago. Finally, in 1987, Japanese Mainichi TV did a documentary on me. They gave me a gifted book on foraging in Japan. And this is a wild bush in Japan. It's not in any of the American field guides because it is not supposed to be wild, although I have found it wild in Cunningham, in Alley Pond Park. It is a cultivated plant around here. And then all I needed to do was get someone to translate the word, whether it meant deadly or edible, in the Japanese foraging book, and it turned out these were edible. Although that was 87, Baba was already eating these, and was lucky that they were edible. Then last year I finally found out how to eat these. You pick these when they're like this, and they're hard. They taste horrid. But if you leave them in the refrigerator in a bowl or a food container for a week or two, they get very soft. And then they are extremely juicy and sweet and delicious. But last year we had all these bushes were full of red berries. Right now, maybe because we're in the shade, there are not too many red ones. Let's go down a little further. There's a whole row of these things.
I think near Belvedere Lake there's a lot.
Okay, that was not quite soft enough. Now, when you spit out this, throw the seed down, a new bush can grow. The only reason that here's one over here, looks like a soft one. The only reason trees will make berries is because people or birds, especially birds, because the berries are small and brightly colored, will eat the berries and drop the pits somewhere else. So obviously anything that is getting helped by the birds will survive and pass its characteristics on to its descendants. The nut, you cook the nut and eat it, and it's really good. There's more cornelian cherry on the other side. You can already see Herb gathering them all. So let's see if you find them on the ground or in the bush. Help yourselves. These are all over the park, actually. And this is a cultivated plant. It's one of the reasons Central Park is such a great park to go to. You have both wild plants, native plants, and foreign plants. You also have a lot of different habitats. Each habitat has its own kind of thing. And here we are in a thicket with bushes, and that's where you get these fruit. Look at them there. Oh boy, if I could get up to one of those branches. We have another new plant that I've just been eating since last year. It's the blackberries that you eat. This is called Viburnum sieboldii. The viburnums we pick in October. It has the same kind of leaves, but they're smaller, and it has the fruit in clusters also. And each fruit has one seed in it. Any small kids who want to try them? Here you are. This is the one you want to eat. You like it? Here, have some of them. Any other kids? No, there was some more kids. There's more on that bush. Yeah.
The red ones eventually turn into.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, if you ever have any excess videotape, I would certainly make copies just for my own use.
Okay.
Or to show at parties and things. Yeah, if we get some of the excess tape when we have our parties, I have a video machine at home. We'll show it. So if you come next Friday night, maybe we'll
Not by next Friday.
not by next. Being a little optimistic. This is witch hazel. This is a tree they make a medicine for if you have wrinkles, but you can't eat it. That's for a medicine for wrinkles.
Which is the witch?
Witch hazel, that one over there. Yeah, we're not going to go over that. There's too many plants, and we have only covered one block, and we have the whole park to go through. Viburnum sieboldii. If you have a mosquito bite, chop up some of the common. Ailanthus, I think, is good for making toothpicks, and that's about it. It also beautifies slums. It grows where nothing else can grow. And,
That's the tree that grew in Brooklyn.
yeah. Good for slums in Brooklyn.
This is our mugwort.
Yeah. Okay, people are asking me about mugwort. It's such a common plant. We'll go over it. Mugwort has great plant for menstrual problems. Since I've known this plant, I've never had a menstrual problem. You make a tea out of it. You can also put it in the bathtub and take a mugwort bath in it. If you put a lot of it under your pillow, this is a good one for kids. Put this under your pillow and your dreams will be more real. It gives you vivid dreams. You can chop up the leaves and use it as a seasoning in brown rice. However, it is in the same family as ragweed. If you have hay fever, it's not one to use.
Do anything for adults?
Yeah, sure. It's a dream enhancer. They used to sell dream pillows where they would put this in it to enhance your dreams, and then rosemary in the same pillow for remembrance, so you'd remember your dreams.
What happens when it's dried? It looks like good for the
Poor man's pepper. Yeah, here it is. It's a very nice hot mustard. Who likes hot mustards? Let's have a volunteer to try this. Oh, what's your name? Yeah, the leaves are good too. Leaves are great. That's lady's thumb.
What do you suggest we do with mugwort? I mean, can we cook it
You
and
make
eat it?
friends. Can you
can you
give
cook
it
it
to
and
a
eat it?
lady, a damsel in distress, and she'll be your friend for life.
I mean, can you cook it and eat
We
it?
don't want to do today because there are kids on the tour, and one of the ways to identify chickweed is by it's also out of season. Yeah.
But it's too much for permission to eat it, right?
Not Central Park. Central Park is a cultivated park. So these are actually quite good. Just take one each. Most of them aren't ripe yet, and there will be more on other tours.
Are these also known as thimbleberries?
No, black raspberries are thimbleberries.
No,
Are these really raspberries?
there's something else. Kind of like regular raspberries.
That's a buttercup. It's poisonous.
This may be a regional distinction, but up in northern
Now it seems like that you're eating them. So just take one, and we certainly want all the kids.
Got a
Now,
square.
does the mint dry well?
Yes, minced dry quite well.
Yeah. Mom used to make mint jelly out of it.
Yeah. How do you do it?
I don't know. I just heard it.
How do you do mint jelly?
Yeah.
I have simmered this in apple juice with agar, which is a seaweed thickener you get in the health stores. And when it coagulates, you have a mint jelly. Yeah.
Agar, remember?
No, agar is a seaweed.
Which is
Gelatin is made from animal bones.
You have to feel these
Yeah, you
stems,
think
square
gelatin.
stems.
Okay.
Gelatin
Guess
is made
this-
from the bones of animals. It's pretty difficult for them.
You just,
Yeah, this is the tail end of the lake. We would not be doing this
Yeah,
if
because
it
my
was
berry
raining
didn't
recently.
you have to feel the stem. It's got to have a square stem.
The smell. A lot of things that smell great to people smell horrible to insects. Garlic is another one of them. Plants adapt in that if a plant happens to have a substance in it that the predators don't like, then the plant will survive and reproduce, and it's the baby plants will have the same smell, and eventually you'll have more of the plants that smell terrible to insects, and that's pretty much how the odor of the mint evolved after year. Of course, people see me with all the plants next to my bicycle, and they go the other way.
From your
That's right.
And every time you spit out a seed, you're giving a new tree a chance to grow.
Did you spit them elsewhere then?
These were, we got here on the last.
No, that's a hackberry.
Oh, sorry.
The black cherries are black and soft and juicy.
Oh, I see them.
That's these guys over here. They come on fruit stalks.
They're good. Every time.
And they are very good. The more you eat, it's a cultivated taste, even though it's who didn't get these? Even though it's a wild plant, the more you eat, the more you like them.
I got a whole stem full.
You like these?
No.
Okay, not everyone likes them. They're artificial. They still put cherry flavor in the cough medicines, harkening back to the American Indian use of this tree. You need some other Angostura bitters to use as seasoning. It's about average. There's some that are even better than this. How many of you like this one?
I do a lot.
How many of you don't like it?
I don't.
Okay, a little too bitter for the kids. Now, here's what you can do for the kids. Collect a lot of these. Maybe you need a magnifying lens. Yeah, a little bit right here. See the orange? This is something you normally would do if you're a botanist, you do with a magnifying lens.
So what is this plant? This is next to the mint. This flower.
Well, this is, well, these are two different plants.
Oh,
This is a lady's thumb,
ladies.
which you know. I just dropped it, sorry. This is probably purple loosestrife, but I'm not really sure what it is. Okay, let's keep going. We're going to pass a lot of cherry trees. People who like them should try cherries from the different trees and let us know which ones have the best fruit. There's some especially nice ones as we get near Belvedere Castle. It's as tough as leather, and if you cook it, you get a dish of cooked leather.
What's the one in the middle on the
Same
crotch
thing.
there?
It's all the same species of tough woody polypore.
Okay.
So whoever wants to look at it and smell it, pass it around, may do so, as long as I don't get it back in the end. It's not one you can eat. It doesn't have any poisons in it. These, by the way, very briefly, are American hackberries. These turn a reddish brown the end of August, and they're quite sweet and edible, although they have a big seed in them. We'll cover these in depth in the future. We don't want to do too many. Oh, it does look a little dry. Don't touch it. I want everyone to be able to see it.
Here's another one.
Ah, good. Don't touch that one either until... No, this looks like a puffball when it first comes up, but it's actually a member of... There's another one. Very good. Very good. These are mushrooms. I was here on Wednesday, and they were not up yet. So let's take a good look at what these are. And here's one I stepped on. Get the whole mushroom. Sometimes a part of the mushroom that's in the ground is very important for identifying the mushroom. And you can get a good look at them. These are all babies because they were not here on Wednesday and they're still very small and tightly. You can see how these look a little like puffballs. There's the other one.
Will they grow together?
Yeah, there is one system of mycelia, one system of fungus growing underground, interconnecting with the tree roots, and it is giving the trees water and minerals from the ground, and in exchange, it is getting food from the tree. So they both help each other. This is a mushroom of the genus Amanita. It is called the blusher, where it's bruised, and you can see a little on the bottom. It turns red. Amanitas are a very interesting group of mushrooms. They account for 90% of all mushroom poisoning. It's a group to leave alone completely. Let me get my knife back out. Everyone seeing these? They're like fans, okay? The gills of the mushroom, that's where when you cut it open, it doesn't have a little stem and cap. This is what an amanita looks like, even though it seems a little like a puffball. It's not pure inside. It has a stem and cap inside. Puffballs have that are white and soft and undifferentiated inside, have no poisonous lookalikes. That's a good group to begin with. Amanitas, the main thing you want to do with them is recognize them and avoid them. They are a dangerous group. They have a very important role in the environment, and they are extremely beautiful, but they're not something that you want to, and they're very important to recognize. They're just not ones you want to eat. So now, who's having their in-laws over for dinner or wants to take this home just to study it? It is called the Blusher Amanita rubescens. Rubescens means reddening. And even the cap should redden eventually. Anyone want to keep this and look later and say, okay, here.
You stick it in soil, would it keep on
No,
growing?
no, this is not This is the fruit. It's like sticking an apple in the soil. An apple won't grow. The body of the mushroom is growing underground all over this area, connected to the tree roots, exchanging water and minerals for food. And the part that comes up is just there to make spores. So that's why you can pick a mushroom and not do any harm to the mycelia. If there's a drought, that's what's going to do harm because the thing from it. There are flowering plants. Okay, here's a much older amanita that's opened up. It has the patches on top. The little veil that was covering the gills has turned into a skirt. And it has a little bit of red on the bottom. This is an old dried out blusher. Anyone want this fall? But bring it to me first. People have made mistakes and just decide, well, maybe I'll show it to Steve first, even though I know I can eat it, and they're not mushrooms they can eat. Yeah. Jumped on the teacher's back. Okay, this is called sheep sorrel. It has a leaf that looks like a sheep. Look closely. This is how you like it. Who's never had these? What's your name?
Susan.
Susan is trying one. What do you think of it?
They're not bitter. It's
sour.
Sour.
It's sour, like lemon. Very easy to recognize. Just leave the roots in. Picking it just makes it grow faster. This is a weed. And it's very, very good. It's also high in vitamin C.
This, right here.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Tell me if you like it.
Yes.
Sorrel.
Sorrel. This grows in open, sunny fields and French restaurants. Makes wonderful salads and soups. Yes. We saw the baby leaves of this coming up on our first tour in March. Okay, and try to make room for people, for other people.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's really good. Very nutritious.
Lemon, so this is his favorite.
This is his favorite so
Yeah,
far.
lemon's my
It's a very nice vegetable.
Sour man.
Is this it too?
That's a younger one, but that's it. Yes. The leaf makes hormones that signals the rest of the plant not to grow, so it doesn't compete with itself. This used to grow up on the top of the hill across the path. There was a fence, and the mowers couldn't get to the fence. Couldn't get really close to the fence, so it would just grow along the whole length. I just peeked around the corner and saw this beautiful, beautiful stand. This is around from March, although it's very tiny in March, up to December. And it's good all season.
Can you transplant this?
I'm sure. I'm sure this grows easily. But it does not do well where the mowers cut it down. Planting it in sheep meadow, even though
Like a very sour drink that has. Is that what it has that in?
Yeah.
Wow.
You tried this, right?
Yeah, I've had shop many times, but I tried it too. It's great. I didn't realize it was a drink.
Yeah, same
You put it in salads and stuff like
salads and soups.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah, that's it.
Will anything happen if you eat too many of these?
If you ate pounds of this for months, because it has calcium oxalate, just like spinach, it would interfere with your calcium metabolism. But normal eating, it has no effect at all. That's why you have a liver. You can handle small amounts of the protective elements that plants have. It's only when you make a career out of eating one particular plant that the plant protects itself, and then something tastes sour.
How often are these found in Central Park?
They are cut away by the mower, so it's really the only place I know currently is over here because the hill is so steep. The mower is afraid the person driving the mowing machine sees the steep hill and the lake and chickens out and goes mows somewhere else.
What's the English white forest?
Underneath. This one is yellow underneath, and there are no bugs in it, and it smells really nice. These are perishable. This has to be cooked today. You saute it in oil with a little bit of garlic or onions if you want. You smell it, and it is delicious. The boletes grow on the ground, and look, it turns blue where it's been injured. See, it's turning blue here. Turns blue where it's injured. Very, very perishable mushroom. We get a lot of these in August or even July if it rains enough. They also grow in association with the trees. They help bring nutrients to the trees in exchange for food. And they are, if there's no bugs in, yeah, there's no bugs in here. Put it in a paper bag, just fry it up. You'll only have like 3 bites, but it'll be incredibly good. Anyone here who's eaten boletes before? No one. Because we have a lot of new people today, or people who haven't been on tours in mushroom seasons in past years. You haven't had boletes yet? Nope. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what species of bolete, but as I said, the only ones that can make you throw up are the ones that are red underneath. And that is not red underneath.
Just make you throw
Yeah, they won't kill you. Right. That's why it's such a good use.
The thing is, natural things can't be patented, so it's not profitable to do research on something you can't hold a patent for. So we're basically in the Stone Age as far as mushroom medicinal usages go.
That's interesting.
Homemade sourdough bread with the wild allspice berries in it that we saw unripe, and wild yeast, and caraway seeds, with health food store peanut butter and apple butter.
Are you a complete vegetarian? You are.
I occasionally have dairy, fish, and eggs. But I am complete. Except for a few fillings in my teeth. I don't know, some people say I'm not quite all there. If you send me a check for $8.50, that'll include postage. I'll mail you that. Otherwise, you can pick it up on the next tour. But call me before, when you confirm for the tour, have me bring an extra book for you. So if I bring 5 books, no one buys one. If I bring 2 books there, they can come up any time of the year. They are shelf-like. They look like oysters with gills underneath. They're white. They're extremely delicious. Has anyone here ever eaten oyster mushrooms? How did you like them?
I like them.
When did you get them?
Once a couple years ago, probably in
On one of our tours? Or?
Yeah, and I'd also.
It's actually related to sheep sorrel, and you eat the stem when it first comes up. It's a relative of and tastes like rhubarb. Is there anyone here who's eaten Japanese knotweed? How did you like it, Irv? Very nice, like sheep sorrel, it has a nice sour taste, and it's the stem that you eat. You can only eat it when it first comes up. It grows all over the park. It's a foreign plant, and they have crews that come in to pull it out by the roots because there's so much of it.
The leaves aren't any good though.
No,
It's just
no, Joe, you think and see if you can come out alive in a week.
Experimentation has shown that if you, and there's another sassafras tree right over here, if you have the equivalent of 400 cups of sassafras tea a day for 8 years, and you are a rat, you'll have a higher chance of developing liver cancer. This looks like will not grow to maturity because it's too shady here. And the root, and I don't want people digging up roots. See, everyone can smell the root. You can also use the root in tea. Pretty much the same smell, but you also smell some of the soil.
You don't eat these leaves though.
Okay, here's how you can use the leaves and actually eat them. You put them in a paper bag for a few weeks and let them dry. Then you put them into a blender and grind them into a powder. This powder is called filet. You can also buy the powder for an arm and a leg in the gourmet section of Macy's. When you have finished cooking a soup, you throw in a handful of dried powdered sassafras leaves. That is called gumbo. That's what they use in Louisiana. Yeah. And by the way, all the leaves should be put away in your bags. Even leaves of weeds. If people see us walking through the park carrying a lot of foliage, we get complaints, and I have to start writing letters back to people and explaining to my superiors. So some people in the park think that, and if you touch anything, you're killing the whole park. These are weeds. The stuff we pick just grows back. But everything should be done in a discrete manner. Obviously, we've harvested the same plants in the same places since 1981 when I started leading tours in Central Park, and they are all thriving.
This has the first leaves you can keep to make it.
Yes, yeah. Ah, now what did you find? Oh, okay, this is a Lepiota mushroom, the onion-stalked Lepiota, very thin-stalked, it looks sort of like a scallion. It grows on wood chips. It has white gills underneath. And one mushroom book I read said extensively eaten by human beings over a period of years, like the bolete that we saw just at the beginning of our lunch break. So, beautiful mushroom. Pass it around. Take a look at it. Onion-stalked Lepiota mushroom, but not one that we are going to be eating. There's usually a lot. You don't usually just find
No, there's
one.
more. There's about 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah, yeah. It grows in clusters. Thumb on the plant, and notice there's a little dark spot where her thumb was pressed. This is called lady's thumb. See over here? And all the other plants have the same thumbprint now. See? This little dark spot right in the middle of the leaf. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
See, right here? Lady's thumbprint. So this is lady's thumb. It has a pink flower. As a matter of fact, I had a lady on one of my trips who had nail polish on her thumb the exact same color as the flower. And since she was an optometrist, I bought my contact lenses through her. I figured I couldn't go wrong. The stem is a little tough. And this is a very mild vegetable. So it would go extremely well in a salad with stronger tasting things like sheep sorrel and poor man's pepper and common plantain seeds. And you can pick a lot of this really quickly. So it's mainly the leaves, also the flowers, and the tops of the stems where the stems are tender that you can eat. Very mild tasting. Anyone tasted who wants to comment on the flavor? I think it's a little like lettuce. You get this from May right through October. Now there are similar looking plants that are much bigger and coarser called smartweeds. Everyone take a stem of lady's thumb and take a look. You'll see that on this stem there's a sheath or a wrapping, and there's tiny little hairs coming out of the sheath. Right here it is on mine, but you could see it better on your own plant. The plants that look like this that you don't want to eat, right here, see, are called the smartweeds, and they increase your intelligence. So, yes, they do. What happens is you eat them, they are extremely acrid. They make your mouth smart, and then you get smart enough never to eat them again.
The ones that don't
That's
have
why they're, yeah, and they're bigger and coarser. That's why they're called smartweeds. And these should go into plastic bags. If you put them in paper, the leaves will wilt. If you don't have a plastic bag, I'm sure someone has an extra one.
So you hardly have any flavor.
Yeah, they're very mild, which is good. They offset the stronger flavored greens.
And they're healthy.
Yeah, they're healthy. And they are weeds. These will grow back again. Picking them just stimulates them to grow faster. By the way, there are two undesirable plants there. The one with a broader leaf is greater ragweed, and the one with a narrower leaf is common ragweed. They cause hay fever. They make very good sneezing powders.
You can eat the flowers.
Yes.
Or that in-law.
The in-law is already buried. The boss you don't want to kill because you need to get your paycheck. But if he gets an attack of hay fever, he'll leave the office and you can goof off for the rest of the day. Yeah.
Is that pokeweed next to you? Or
Yes, there is. Pokeweed, this is a good one to eat when it first comes up in the spring. If you cook it properly, it has to be boiled in a couple of changes of water. In the summer, it's quite poisonous, and the root is poisonous. The berries are poisonous, too. It's not one to eat without supervision. A mushroom. Okay, let's take a look. I thought this area looked like a good mushroom area. see what we have. That's your second find. There's no ring or skirt around the stem. No idea. Smells nice. Anyone want to look at it? They're all interesting to look at. Yes, right, okay. At this point, we've learned a lot of plants, and we will be learning new ones, but if we don't review
Mushroom!
it's going to get confusing.
Tiny, tiny.
All right, this is some kind of little white mushroom. I think it's an inky type mushroom. It produces ink on my finger, and also not one that's of the class that we would consider for eating. Want a nice big fleshy one, which if we don't find today, we'll find on other shores. Yes. I see. Oh, there's another one.
I'm gonna take a
One
black
over there.
cherry.
Don't fall off the cliff. I think these are the best we've had so far.
Yeah.
Well,
It has all your
All right.
necessary ingredients.
Who recognizes this?
Four-man pepper.
You got it. I see another black cherry tree over there. I don't know if those are within reach. It's a big tree. Let's take a look. Yeah, they are. The dark ones are what you want.
I'm a dark one.
Right, this isn't dark enough. Okay, it's hard for most people to reach them here, so let's keep looking. We'll find more. Our blueberries are down this way. Be careful not to harm any cultivated plants in this area. Yeah. Oh, here's another black cherry. There are a lot of cultivated plants here. We don't want them hurt at all. The blueberries are down this way. Watch your step. Yeah.
Yeah, these
Probably people, unfortunately.
wait until it goes.
Here, where are the kids? I'll give all the kids at least one to eat. These are almost ripe. They have to get really dark.
Blueberry.
Any other kids?
もっとさ、ブルーになってないでしょうから。
Here's a ripe one for one of the kids.
How's this one?
You'd want at least like this. Where's the other child? The little girl? There she is. Here you go. Here.
Here.
That's for you. Good thing about the unripe ones is they don't fall off when you take them home to draw them. That's about it. No. New Jersey Pine Barren is a good place for these. There's some places on Long Island. This is not one of the most abundant fruits we find in the park system.
Does it get much dark when it's ripe?
No, that's
Yeah.
green.
Really?
Yeah, that dark blue. These are basically, there's another bush a little further down. Okay, you have my schedule, right? All right, come on some more tours, and don't be afraid to some of the foreign parks.
Okay, great.
Okay, enjoy.
I did. Thanks again.
A bit of it on the bread. It has such a powerful flavor that a little bit of this goes a long way.
Is the agar a powder form?
You can buy it in
liquid?
powder or in flakes in the health food stores. Also in the Oriental markets. It's actually cheaper in the Oriental markets. It's a seaweed that has natural gelatin in it.
Okay.
And there's a lot of fruits and berries that we make jams with where we use this. Mulberries and Juneberries we were picking earlier in the year. I just have to say June berries, and Michael gets a big smile on his face.
He was there.
He's coming in and out of season. Most greens are around in the spring, but obviously, as you saw today, there are still plenty of greens in the summer and in the fall. The best season for mushrooms is the end of the summer and the fall. The fall is primarily the season for nuts. Roots are in season in the fall and in the early spring. And in the winter, if you can find where they're growing and the ground is still soft enough to dig them up. But you'll see if you come on tours in different seasons, some of the same plants, some different ones, and very different forms as they adapt to surviving under whatever circumstance or reproducing, which is what you're getting now, at the different stages. These are good.
You had these before, right? With cream,
Shakespeare garden, and it's been sprayed with chemicals. Everyone knows Shakespeare was not You cook the nut in October, November, and it tastes like a cross between Swiss cheese and green peas. It is very, very good. This was around in the time of the dinosaurs, and probably if you get attacked by a dinosaur, if you climb up a ginkgo tree, it'll smell the ginkgos and go in the other direction.
This is a male, right?
They were brought in. This is a foreign tree. It was thought to be extinct, and then they discovered it in China. Unfortunately. Well, it has a long season. We'll be getting more of these in subsequent weeks. On a cookie sheet for about 25 minutes at around.
And is it natural? I don't know.
They fall on the ground. Yeah. The leaves are always in threes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the poison ivy vine. It has an oil on it. If you touch it, 4 out of 5 people are allergic to the oil, and you get a terrible rash.
This is the rash.
You've got it already. Okay, put some common plantain on it.
Calamine or cortisone.
Jewelweed or common plantain is what I would recommend. It does grow on the ground too, but I don't see it. Only on the tree. Look, beautiful example of poison ivy vine. The worst thing to do with this is burn it. What do you think happens if you walk through the smoke of burning poison ivy? You get it everywhere. If you breathe it in, the smoke in, you get it inside your lungs, and that's probably the end of you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
So there is a plant called common plantain. It's good to rub it on your skin if you think you've touched poison ivy. You probably won't get a rash. And jewelweed, that's one we'll be finding tomorrow. It grows in the woods. Jewelweed is another one. Let's see if it's just like ivy here. Oh yes, maybe a not the best place in the park to have a Let it be. If you touch this plant with the 3 leaves, you get an itchy, itchy rash. So this is one you want to look at, know what it looks like, and never touch it. Do not have a picnic over here. I'm sure people do.
Yeah.
I see a plastic fork.
Yes, okay. See if you see someone going like this further up the path. All poison Okay, take a leaf.
Excuse me, could I?
See, go ahead. Here.
Looks a lot like a shepherd's.
Shepherd's purse and like poor man, leaves and the flowers are edible on this, and it tastes like mustard.
It's very good. Try it.
And the store.
The stalks are a little tough. Whatever is tender enough you can have. And there's more all over the ground here. Here, who want you can have the rest of it. That's it.
Yes? Oh, I need it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's strong.
Yeah. Well, people, if... No, this one. Yeah, that's it.
This is it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here too. That is quickweed.
What's it discernible phrase?
You see the tiny yellow flowers and the round flat seeds on the top, and then the plant is on the foliage is more on the bottom. Here you go. See if I can find you some. No, this is the grass.
I think that's the elder other.
Well, but there's not enough to pick here. And Irv has found one amaranth plant, which we're therefore also going to leave alone.
What is amaranth? What does that do?
It's a nice vegetable, and you can eat the seeds as grain later in the year. It's this one. You can taste the leaf if you want. It's sort of mild tasting, but only one leaf per person because there's not that much in here.
Amaranth?
Yeah, that's this one.
The high protein.
Yes.
Earlier.
Yeah. Unless it's a different species, but it's certainly a nightshade.
How do you tell it?
Look at the flower.
Besides the flower, though.
That's basically it.
Uh-huh.
It's a nightshade. It's a lampshade type flower. It's in the tomato family and it's poisonous. Okay, let's go. We still got a lot of ground to cover.
See, the first place that we don't, if we have enough that we don't eat them all.
To open this here, break it in half with your hands and let's look inside. Can you break it? Make a little, press it with your fingernails, which is not fresh. When it smells fresh, it smells like almond, and it smells beautiful, but it tastes terrible. But this is called the poison pigskin puffball. It looks like a pigskin. Oink, 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 oink. And that's the same one,
Same thing. No
the
chance
smaller
it could be
one.
different?
This is very young, but it's tough inside.
It's not like the cheese.
No,
right?
it's not like the cream.
You wanna
Same
feel it?
same texture. Who wants this one to look at? Same. Oh, look, here's one just in the middle.
I guess it's
City reaches Batman.
And they don't. Maybe the next one. Powerful stuff.
Very.
Apples. They're very, very sour.
Oh, mushroom.
Oh, look at this. Who knows what kind of mushroom this is? Bolete. It's a bolete. It's the same, probably the same species we found before. Doesn't smell fresh. No. Okay, the other side where we had lamb's quarter 2 weeks ago on our Manhattan bike tour, I would be very surprised if it's not still there. trees over the water. This is how aspirin was invented. People used to use willow trees for pain. Diamond-shaped leaf that's light underneath and it has branches. It's related to Mexican tea epazote, but this has no odor. Who's never tried this who likes spinach? Tell me how this compares. No, this is it. This is it over here. And let me see how the foxtail is doing. When this is ripe, the seeds fall off in your hand. You can eat them like millet, but then it's too early. They're not ripe yet. This is delicious. Who would like some lamb's quarter? This will regenerate. There's some more.
And what is this? This is the other.
This I don't know. I don't know what this is. Not sure. Here, who hasn't gotten some lamb's quarter? There's a nice plant all over in here. Make sure you're getting the right one. And this is not it. It's this one. And these two, yes.
What's the name of the?
Here, this one too.
No.
No.
But the light underneath.
Leaves are diamond-shaped and light underneath.
The one that looks more wilty and has a light underneath.
Yeah, this is it.
Excuse me?
Would someone like some?
Isn't this
Lamb's,
delicious?
lamb's
Thank you.
quarter.
Let me see. Oh, we have more of the Japanese knotweed, the wild rhubarb, and one milkweed plant with a flower on it. And that's not something you see very often in Central Park. That is teal-all. That's a non-fragrant member. We're going to close out the tour. I want to thank everyone for coming. I do want to remind you of our other events, the free field botany class starting in August. Remember, most important thing is give something back to the environment, either through environmental organizations or through your own activities, setting an example for other people to keep the rare species, the soil, the air, those are the non-renewable resources, the forests and meadows and habitats themselves protected. We're enjoying the renewable resources. If more and more people start going into the wilderness areas of Central Park and other natural places, enjoying themselves, doing things, learning stuff, then we'll have some hope of keeping this planet rich and diverse and fertile into subsequent generations. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone who needs more schedules, I get them for free, so help yourselves. Okay.
What's this?
That is I think that's the pod of the empress tree, but I'm not sure. It's a little bit rotten, so I don't really know. Okay, our exit is over here. What's 2 of them?
45.
We've got 2 and they're gone, so you can either send me